everyone. Welcome back to the Hot Takes podcast, where we are always seeking to be humble, open, and transparent. So I have a special guest for you today, Miss Aida, who is going to tell us all around holistic well-being, how to hijack our health, and all those good things. But before we get into that, Aida, welcome. Please introduce yourself and tell the people all about you.
Hey, well, my name is Aida Cirino-Lee, like you heard before. I'm originally from Puerto Rico, so I'm bilingual, but I'm a holistic health practitioner, and I have worked over 25 years in the healthcare field as a registered medical assistant and lab tech in internal medicine, oncology, and urgent care. So that's where I get all my background when it comes to medicine. And then I decided to become a holistic health practitioner as a result of my own health journey. My own life issues that I was working, and regular medicine was not solving the issue. So I had to find something else, and that's how I became a holistic health practitioner.
Yeah. I love it. Because, I mean, particularly in this season of COVID and different things like that, and whether there's going to be a vaccination coming or all the rest of those things, people want to know. People want to know if I have things at home that I could use to help me kind of fight and defend against things. How did you say you were kind of your first client?
Yes.
Kind of what caused you to really dive into this work?
Because what happened is that since I was a preemie baby, going all the way back, I had a lot of health issues like asthma, eczema, high blood pressure. As I grew up, everything cleared up but the high blood pressure. That never clears up. But when you're a young teenager, you don't take care of yourself like you're supposed to. In my 20s, I was not taking care of myself like I supposed to. And in my 30s, I suffered a major stroke where all my left side was paralyzed. So at that moment, I was working already in a doctor's office in internal medicine at that point. And every single time I go to the doctor was another pill and another pill and another pill. Every single time I end up going to the hospital was another pill and another pill. And I end up taking 19 pills a day. I looked like a drug addict with all the pills that I was taking, and nothing was solved. It was like either the pill didn't work anymore or my body got used to it, so they had to switch it, but nothing was changing. Nothing was changing. Then I became pregnant when I was 36 with my son, and that was an awful pregnancy. Because of my blood pressure, they had to take the baby out at 31 weeks. He was only 2 pounds when he was born. And after that, it's like my health was downhill. I was going to the hospital very frequently. People was thinking, my family used to say, oh, here goes Aida to another retreat. Because that's how often I was going to the hospital. And I suffered another 4 minor stroke in that period of time. Until at one point I said, this is not working. I had to search something else. So I started researching functional medicine, Ayurveda, acupuncture, all kind of different natural medicine, holistic medicine. And I started searching. And as I started practicing and put it into practice, certain amount of those things. And then I decided to go back to school. I created a protocol for myself first, and I put it to work. And as I put it to work, I was in 19 pills, and right now I only take 1 pill. And at that point, I was 290 pounds, and now I'm 220. So I just, lower my weight, lower my life expectancy. I was pre-diabetic. I'm no longer pre-diabetic. Not only that, I did the same thing for my husband. My husband was pre-diabetic, and he was having issues with his blood pressure. No more pills whatsoever for him. And I did the same thing for my father-in-law. When my father-in-law came to live with us, he was in 2 insulins. And right now, he takes no insulin. So I put it to practice first in the house before I decided to put it practice outside.
That's awesome. And so for my audience, they always hear me say that I am my first coaching client. So anything before I ever ask you to do any work or anything like that, I've tried it on myself first, and then I tried it again, and then I tried it some more. And so I love that you drink your own Kool-Aid before you ask anybody else to. And when you go down this route, right, if somebody doesn't have a personal journey, what can be some things that people should look out for when they're looking for somebody as a health professional and a coach? What are some things that people need to look out for?
Well, let me tell you something. I don't know if you believe this, but I believe that the doctor is responsible for your sick care, but you are responsible of your health care. Okay? Meaning is that when you go to the doctor's office, First of all, you need to come prepared. You are not going to leave all responsibility to a man that see you maybe from 7 to 15 minutes, 2 to 3 times a year to take the responsibility of your health. And then you come unprepared. You didn't come with a log for your blood pressure. You didn't come with a log for your sugar if you were diabetic or high blood pressure. You didn't come with a list of questions that you have for the doctor or with your list of medications and supplements that you're taking. And you want that man to do an informative decision. You know, when he got 30 people in front of you, 30 people after, the government is requiring him to do all this documentation, and you leaving all the responsibility to that person. That's a no-no. It's supposed to be that medicine, but the medicine is like, it's more, it was created, and I believe in medicine. Don't get me wrong. That doesn't mean I think medicine is wrong. I believe in medicine, but medicine was created to rescue your body from sudden illness or trauma. Once medicine stabilizes you and send you home, then it's your job to give your cells and your body, your tissues, and your organs, and your system the tools and nutrients that it needs in order to work in the highest healing potential.
I love that. I need you to roll back that doctors are for sick care and we are to do what?
This is my logo kind of thing.
Yeah.
I always said the doctor is responsible for your sick care, and you, yes, you are responsible of your health care.
Man, that we could end it right there. We could end right there. Like that is, I've never heard that ever. Like I've never heard that ever, because I come from a community of, one, you don't trust the doctor, so you don't go. And if you do try to do, but you self-medicate, you got your castor oil, you got your all this other stuff from your community, but the doctors for sick care, we're responsible for our health care. And I think from that mind, having that type of mindset, there's a different level of ownership and accountability to having a log of what's coming, what am I consuming, what things are happening to me, so that there can be some discovery around why certain things are happening to myself. And I've never heard it said like that before. So thank you so much for dropping that golden nugget right there.
Because that medicine, usually what medicine does is find a diagnosis. And then let's say you have a headache and it give you something for the headache. And now you don't have the headache no more. But whatever was causing the deficiency, the issue that was causing that headache is not being solved. So that is causing the problem, still causing the issue. We need to remember that our body is made out of cells, and that's the minimal unit of our body. You need to treat the cell, because cells make the tissues, and tissues make the organs, and the organ make the system, and the system make the body. Medicine treat the body. You have a symptom, they knock it down. But what is causing that symptom, they don't have the time to do it, to figure it out. And if they do, you have a real good doctor that really like to go to the extra mile.
Yeah, no, I love that. So when we think about ourselves, right, as it pertains to, because this has some other mindset transitions when you think about it this way, of who's responsible for what. Over time, what conversations did you have to have with yourself to even go there, that this is my responsibility? What things did you have to overcome for you to begin thinking this way?
First of all, is that I wasn't questioning the doctor for everything that they were giving to me. I'm here taking it, my eye closed, because he's a doctor and wear a white robe. I just gonna take everything that he told me, not question it. It is funny how when you offer something natural to somebody, they become an scholastic researcher right away. But the doctor going giving something that is gonna damage their kidneys, that is gonna cause some issues in the body, that is gonna raise the oxidative stress, that's gonna create more inflammation, and they take it with the eyes closed. You see? So that's one of the first conversations. The other conversation I have to do is that I want to be able to accomplish, I was in a condition that will risk my life. A stroke can kill you, and I have dreams and I have purpose that I want to accomplish in life, So I like to help people get healthy, not just to get healthy just for you to be healthy and go party. No, I want you to be healthy so you can fulfill all your dreams and purpose. So if more people in this world were able to fulfill their purpose and fulfill their dreams and be happier, there will be a happier world.
I love that accountability part of it too, because you're totally right. Like I think all of us, particularly in the minority community, we all have that one person in our family that's always sending it. Like mine, I have a sister who she emails us the latest article on this different that. But I think the mindset behind why we trust doctors is because of the schooling
It's
and the
good.
education, and so we think they're an educated guesser, and their guesser is better than somebody else's guesser. But I believe the credibility behind somebody like yourself is that you became a student of this. And that's what I believe is the differentiator versus the family member that just Googled something and said, hey, go take this
Yeah.
3,000 milligrams of something and you'll be good in the morning. And you're just like, that don't even seem right. Right. But to be somebody like yourself, who is a student of the body and student that could break things down of why things are, but even you empower others to do it for themselves. So, hey,
Exactly.
don't take my word for it. Right. It's your body. You have to listen to it. How do you begin to help people shift their minds around taking ownership of their health?
Well, the first thing that I do, like especially when they're going through my program, I got a program called Jumpstart Your Everlasting Health, and the first thing that we go is to mindset, to work into the mindset. And the way that I worked into the mindset is showing them the statistics when it comes to the healthcare. Why you really need to take care of yourself, not because the doctors are a bad person, but do you know that every year 200,000 people will die in the United States because of medications? That, and these are the ones that are giving the medication correctly for the right diagnosis and the right amount. That's not counting the ones that they're given by mistakes or they interact with another pill every year. And you really don't want to have to go to the hospital if you don't have to, you know. So that's another reason why people would like to take care of themselves. Another thing that I tell them is that look at yourself as a company. You know, I always tell them, become the CEO of your health. So look at yourself as a company. Pretend your cells are your employees. Okay, your organs are your machinery. Your systems are your departments, and your nutrition and lifestyle is your human resources. Are you a good CEO? Are you giving your company what it needs, the tool that it needs in order to work in the highest healing potential? And then when you ask that question to yourself, then you're gonna be like, no, I'm not doing this because I'm smoking, I'm drinking, I'm eating too much McDonald's, I'm not exercising enough, not doing the things that you need in order for the body. Do you also know that doctors only get one semester on undergraduate, okay, of school of nutrition? Now, that one semester that they get on undergraduate, after that, they get 8 more years of school. Do you think they're gonna remember anything from the beginning? Plus, all that class is teaching, because I took that class, because I did pre-med thinking that I wanted to go to medical school, and I ended up not doing that. And that course teaches you about calories and what is a carbohydrate, what is a protein, what is a fat, things like that. But it doesn't, it's not going inside deep into the nutrients inside of fruit, the nutrients inside of vitamin, and how those nutrients help doing the different pathways in your body. It's like your car, for example. You don't put water and sugar to your car because you know that it doesn't run with water and sugar. It runs with gasoline because you know how it works with gasoline. But why is it that we give water with sugar to our body? When we know that doesn't, it's not good for our body. So
I
if
love
we
it.
learn exactly what our body needs in the cell,
Yeah.
then you're gonna be, because like I told you before, the cells are gonna make the tissues are gonna make the organs are gonna make the system, and the system are gonna be the body. If you take care of the cell, the minimal unit, all the other things are gonna be cascading and working properly, like a domino effect.
Yeah. So, and I love. I think Ida. I'm gonna just tell you right now. I think you got a book on your hands. Become the CEO of your health. I think that right there, that'll run off the shelves. And just your just thorough description of the elements of the mindset of how we think about ourselves. Because as you were talking, I'm thinking about. I was like, I don't think about my body as an organ, like in a whole organization, and thinking about the things that the nutrition and all the other stuff as the human resource, like you just made that make sense. Like all my years of living, like you literally just made it make sense to me, to where that's something that I could use. And I'm like, you wouldn't treat your staff wrong. So why
No.
would you treat your body wrong? And then not even do the research of what's right for you versus all the other diets off the shelf. And I like the low carb, high protein, keto, all the like. And so how can someone begin to be the CEO of their life? Like, where would you tell somebody to start as they go down this journey? Say, I want to take control of this. Where would you tell people to start?
I tell them to start with their nutrition. Start with their nutrition. And also I believe that health is not all about nutrition and exercise only. There's a lot of other factors that have a lot to do with how healthy you are. You can be eating healthy, okay, and you can be exercising, and if you still have all the other factors are not right, you're still gonna be able to have issues with disease. But the first thing I usually tell them, because it's the easiest one to attack, is nutrition. You know, eating more vegetables, eating more fruits, you know. And then another thing is that diet, I don't believe such thing as diet. I believe that everybody's an individual. What worked for you might not work for me, okay? And that's the problem also with medicine. With medicine, the problem is that they have a protocol for everything, and that protocol goes no matter what. Let's say you have diabetes and I have diabetes, okay? They're not gonna figure it out why we have diabetes. They're just gonna start both of us with metformin. If the metformin is not working, they're gonna add up glipizide. If the glipizide is not working, they're gonna add up Januvia. And if Januvia is not working, they're gonna put us a long-acting insulin, like Lantus, for example. And then if that doesn't work, then we're gonna get regular insulin as well. And it doesn't matter why the reason why you got diabetes. You can have diabetes because you have oxidative stress. That will be another class if I had to teach you what is oxidative stress. But oxidative stress is that when the free radicals damage damage your cells. So if it damages your cells, it damages the form of the cells. And remember that the sugar needs to go into the cell by a little truck. You know, the insulin is like a little truck that carries the sugar and dump it inside the cell. So if the cells are deformed, that means that the garages are deformed. So the sugar cannot get in, then you become insulin resistant. You can become insulin resistant because also you have a whole bunch of stress because your life is a chaos. And now you have a whole bunch of stress. You're not exercising and you're not eating right. Okay, so now your body's in a constant inflammation. Now the inflammation is swelling everything around the cells, covering the doors. So now there's another reason why you are insulin resistant. Or it can be that you're plain lazy. You're really not doing any exercising and you're eating a whole bunch of food. And that's another way. You see that if you would have treated, okay, for example, if you would have treated the person that with the stress, let's organize their lifestyle. Make sure that they have enough time for meditation or relaxation, that they organize their time management, that they have a better attitude, that their spirituality is all working. So they reduce all the stress that you possibly can and eat right. You probably can control their sugar right away. You know, if it's
I
a
love it.
person with the oxidative stress, okay, let's cut down all the toxins that are coming into their body. Whether that toxins are coming in their skincare and their hair product and the food that they're taking, you know, and the people around them, remove all the toxins away from them. You're going to reduce the oxidative stress. You're going to be able to reduce the sugar. And the people that are not exercising and eating too much, then, you know, get to work, eat less. But they don't do that in medicine. The medicine, what they do is that they have a protocol for everything. And that's what I try to do. I like to do, like in my programs, people go to this process that I call MediSpa, because they go to the M, which is the mindset. I will talk about mindset. And then E is for education. That's why I give them all the education when it comes to nutrition one-on-one, whatever the condition it is that they are suffering from. They're going to learn everything and all the herbs that they can use for it and all the nutritional supplements and stuff that they can use. Then they're going to do D, which is detox. That's the time to remove everything that's not working for you, okay? And we're going to detox our body, mind, and spirit. And we're going to detox from sugar. Then they're going to get I, where they're going to get an individual, personal, private protocol, where they're going to, now that you know what it is that is not working in your body and what is that you need, we're going to create a protocol that you're going to follow, okay? And then after I, which is for the individual protocol, then you have S, which is for your spiritual. Now that we already know what you're eating, you already detox your body, now we can strengthen your spirit to make sure that everything is balanced in your body. And then at the end, you get the P for for a purpose. Because now that you already know what's going on with you, you're taking control of your health, you are reversing and preventing conditions, you know exactly what you need to do, you already removed everything, now you're ready to go forward with your life. And
I
that's
love it. I love it. You broke that down something proper, right? Like I mean, you just dropped the mic right in that moment. But I thank you for just the dedication and the professionalism of you to study a craft, and again, just it being very purposeful for you. Like when someone wants to get involved or begin down this road of studying, because I know there are a lot of health professionals out there, and they just, and I believe they intend to do things the right way. But what are resources that are available for someone who may be a novice and they may be just getting into something like this? How can someone get started down this road to educate themselves and to build themselves up?
well, I have like certain people that I trust, when it comes into the natural. But it's funny because these are people that are MD, but they're also into integrative. So I have both, the best of both worlds. I like to follow a lot Dr. Mark Hyman. He was the founder of the Institute of Functional Medicine, which is a medicine that look for the root cause and of disease, and they solve everything with nutrition. So that's what I love very much about that. Another person that is really good that they want to do research and find out how to do natural stuff to different ailments will be Dr. Axe as well. He also a functional medicine. And also you can go to the Functional Medicine Institute, the Institute of Functional Medicine also, and they have a lot of resources there. Also, you can go to my group. I always put biohacking tips on my page in Facebook, which is called Biohacking Tools for an Everlasting Health, and that's in Facebook.
Nice, 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 nice. So you got a wealth of resources you just laid out for folks. And if you so you had a client, you had me sitting in front of you for the first time, and I'm going back and forth with, and you already talked about mindset is one of the first things that you gotta address with someone. Um, what if there are some other factors that exist that are preventing someone from taking that very next step? Are there clients that you just tell to, it's just not a good fit for you right now? Come back when you're ready. Like, how do you break through some of the
Well,
barriers of people?
first of all, they have to be willing to do the work. And before I sit down with anybody, they have to fill out this form. It's called the health history form. And part of the form, of course, they're going to give me their health history and everything, but they're also going to tell me how ready and how prepared they are to do the work. Because if you're not going to do the work, it doesn't matter. I can give you everything that you need. And if you're not going to do the work, because you see, the thing about holistic medicine, different than regular medicine, is that regular medicine, you take a Tylenol now, and in 4 hours, you don't have a headache. In natural medicine, you have to, whatever is deficient, you have to fulfill it before the headache is gone if you don't take the Tylenol. So you have to be willing to be patient, and you have to be willing to do the job. And it's more than preventive than already taking care of it. Another thing is that I like to take, because I have a healthcare field in my background. I don't mind working with people that already have, like diabetes or hypertension and things like that, because I have an EMR. When I call, where I put all the information that is HIPAA compliant, and I can share with the doctor. So I will make them do logs and stuff like that. And then, because I am not a doctor, so I'm not able to say, I'm going to remove you from the pill, I'm going to remove you from insulin, no, I give them the regulations that to go through the things that they should eat, and the supplement that they should take. And the good thing is, because I know medicine, I also know what not to give them, because it's going to interact with whatever they're taking. So I have that knowledge background there as well. And then I can send it to their doctors, and I can work together with the doctor as well. But like I said, I'm not a doctor, and so I'm not taking nobody away of anything.
I love
I
that.
just bring all the information to the doctor, and the doctor will have to do one thing or the other. Like it happened to me. I didn't remove myself out of the medications. As my blood pressure was getting to normal, I was losing the weight, I was doing the exercise, I was taking my supplements. He will remove me until now. I take one whenever I need it.
That's awesome. That is awesome. So people need to be connected with you because just that level of transparency and that level of collaboration with a doctor to support someone's overall health needs is I can't remember a time that I've ever met anybody who actually does that from a holistic standpoint, and to partner and to have the background to document and all the rest of that to partner with someone. So people need to find you. People need to connect with you. How do they do that?
Well, they can email me at info@rx number 4 everhealth.com, or you can go to my website, which is www.rx4everhealth.com, or you can go to my page in Facebook, my fan page in Facebook, which is RX for Everlasting Health, or my group, which is Biohacking Tools for an Everlasting Health.
Thank you so much, Ida. And those websites, information pages will be listed in the description as we load this up. So thank you so much for sharing your time, sharing the gift of you, sharing what you do for the world. I'm so grateful to you that people like you exist in this world to help us all be
Thank you so
better and
much.
healthier. So thanks for coming on the show today.
Thank you.
All right. So everyone, until next time, be safe and be well.